So today's story is not how I got arrested. It's another interesting one. Anyway, I went to the bookshop the other day in the market to buy some books. So I saw this secondary school student walk in to buy storybooks. You know, these really tiny storybooks that about brothers do now that go for such a ridiculously small amount, because actually the stories are very small. I don't even want to talk about the production, who writes the stories and who prints it. But anyway, the girl was going to buy the storybooks, so she bought like 20 something, almost 30 storybooks. I was so inquisitive, so I had to ask her, babe, what do you want to use all these storybooks for? And then she goes, I sell them. I said, oh wow, wow, wow. So she buys them for like maybe 60 or 80 naira and probably sells them for 100 naira in school. And she said she took her time to select these stories, interesting stories to buy. So you see this babe is in probably SS2 and she's already securing the bag. This tells us that there is always business to do. There's always ways to make money. She probably spends like 500 or 1,000 naira and she's going to make like 40% or 50% profit. So instead of putting screenshots of the things you like every day and say who will buy for me or I want, why don't you think of something you can do with little or no capital? Trust me, I'm doing a couple of small businesses here and there, and it is rewarding. It is more rewarding than waiting for the end of the month to receive a paycheck, especially when the paycheck is not that big. Yes. So that's all. Bye. And this is also for the teenagers on my list. Yeah. So you really don't need one kind big money to start business. You have hands, that is enough capital. Yeah. Human resource. So you can wash clothes for somebody over the weekend and get paid. I know kids that wash clothes for people and they pay them. They're primary and probably just one, just two kids that washes clothes for people and they pay them. You can run errands for people. You shouldn't just look down on these things. This, especially in this our society where um easy money is glorified, where you just sit down and have one kind of big money that you didn't even work at all for. There are small things you can do to make money with your hands and legs and mind, brain, right? So let's think about those things. I think it's a mindset thing. I remember a story that one man told us when I was doing foundation school in one church like that. He said, yeah, he was teaching about how God has given us everything, blah, 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 blah. Then he said one time he was completely broke and he had to go inside town to do something really important. And he had just going fare. He didn't have the fare to come back with. So what he did was he went, did what he had to do. On coming back, he just met one of the drivers at the park that was going to the direction he was going to. And he said, see, I don't have money and you don't have a conductor. So you know what will happen? I'll do conductor work for you and then I will enter your bus free to my destination. So it's like I'm giving you the service and the payment is for, my ticket that I don't have. And that's how he got back. And the driver even gave him some extra change because he really did a good job. So he could have stood on the road and started begging or say, oh God, you must do a miracle and start begging people and compelling people to give him money. But he knew he had hands, legs, mouth, and a brain. And said, what can I do? What value can I give to get this money I need to transform myself? And that's how. So we should change our mindset. We really need to change our mindset.